Hello, this is Mid-Atlantic weather on Wednesday, July 5th. This will be a quick look at the weather. Hopefully you actually had a pretty dry 4th. It depended really on where you were in the state. Southeast of Virginia into North Carolina, there were a lot of scattered showers and thunderstorms, a lot with very, very heavy rain. Saw some reports of 2, 3, 4 inches of rain or more in areas of Southeast Virginia, along the eastern shore, up into Delaware. There were a lot of thunderstorms yesterday that were scattered around, but not moving too much. And so if you weren't in the thunderstorms, you didn't see much of anything. But if you were in them, you got a lot of rain. That could happen again today. You see this front has come through. It's hung up along the North Carolina Virginia border, and there's a couple areas of low pressure along the way. This could cause more thunderstorms today. Again, they'll be slow movers and very, very heavy rain producers. So localized flooding is not out of the question at all. And for the southern part of Virginia down into North Carolina, there is a marginal risk for severe, generic kind of chance of thunderstorms elsewhere. For tomorrow, that front again is hung up there along southern Virginia. So again, a focus of showers and thunderstorms. These areas actually hatched, which we saw the day before. Could be an area where we get some flooding rain. So we need to be on the lookout. Again, very heavy rainfall in some of these thunderstorms as possible. And by day 3, you see that front in that another area of low pressure along there. So just all the way out Friday, there's a chance of rain, showers, and thunderstorms in Virginia, North Carolina. Not as much up into Pennsylvania, but definitely there. And then as this comes up the coast here or along the coast, more will move up to the northeast. But you see this front here, this is our awesome relief that's on the way for this weekend. As this front comes through, we're going to see much drier air. It looks like we'll make it here by Saturday for Northern Virginia and beyond. And so let me take a look at that real quick. So this is going into Saturday. You see the front coming through. Of course, that could bring some scattered showers and thunderstorms. I don't want to rule that out. But definitely more to the south and the southeast of Virginia and down in North Carolina than it is in Northern Virginia. We should see a drying trend as the day progresses. That front, it does have a punch to it, so it makes it all the way through the region, which is really good for this time of year. Much nicer air. This high coming down here is going to really cause a chance for below normal temperatures for a while. Very dry conditions, which hopefully after these next couple days we get for places. Ironically, some places in Virginia are really dry wise, others are very, very wet. See that front, of course, gets hung up because it's that time of year. We get stationary fronts not being able to push all the way to the southeast. And you see it slowly starting to kind of try to come back north. So, of course, we have storms possible in southeast North Carolina down into South Carolina. And then that front looks like it's kind of washing out. A little bit of return flow, so by about 7 days from now, chance for increased humidity, maybe scattered showers and thunderstorms coming back into the equation. Again, a reminder of today, just with that front being there, there's a chance for, this is just showing excessive rainfall possibility. There's a 5 to 10% chance that there could be some flooding rains here. That's all this is highlighting. And here's the rain over the next 5 days. You'll see pockets of 2 and 3 and 4 inches of rain. Sorry, you're not able to see that, so let me give you a view of it. So here you go, showing the rain, showing pockets of 2 and 3 inches of rain. Yeah, probably more like 1 to 2, maybe pockets of 2 to 3. But we've got to look and see where the storms actually end up being. You see a little bit of a shadow here, I think, of the mountains here down in North Carolina. But that front, remember, was kind of draped like this. So anyway, a lot of moisture over the next 5 days. It'd be bad if I didn't show you the tropics, because this is a little bit interesting. So you have this disturbance down here. It's showing a 70% chance. You can't really see that when I hover over. Of a tropical system in the next 48 hours. It goes up to 80% when you get to 5-day outlook. It's important to note this. However strong this gets will really depend on actually would determine its track. If it's weaker, it's going to go further west and then could pose more of a threat to the southeast U.S. If it becomes stronger, it has a chance of curving more to the north. That's just typical. And if you look at the model, you can see this set here showing have a west-northwestward track into the eastern part of the Atlantic at this point Like I said, depending on the strength will be whether or not it recurves. This right here, it indicates to me that it would be a little bit stronger, just because it's northern track. This is a good example of those different kind of scenarios where you see kind of a general west-northwestern track, and then you see the models kind of go everywhere. Because it's hard to tell depending on the strength and everything else. Plus, we got to see if a trough or something will pick it up off the East Coast. All I can say is if we get the ridge to build off the East Coast, then southeastern U.S. kind of gets into an interesting scenario. So that would be where a high passes to the north. We do have all that cooler, somewhat cooler, I'd say seasonable temperatures coming through this weekend. That high may play an influence. Who knows? It's hard to say at this point, but it is something to watch. I do expect that we would have a tropical storm down here the next 3 or 4 days, honestly. So by the weekend, we may have something to watch. And that was a much longer-winded Mid-Atlantic weather weather forecast outlook that includes the tropics. Anyway, I hope you have a great Wednesday, and I'll talk to you soon.